Okay, alright guys, finally we come to the last part, which is where we are going to deploy our project. Okay, now here in the pipeline, okay, you can find this deployment commands.md file. Okay, and if you actually scroll through deployment commands.md, here you will find all the commands that we are using for the entire deployment, right from Docker commands to the GCP commands. Each and every command that we have used, you will find it here. Okay, so anytime you are facing an issue, you can just access the commands here. Okay, and you can run it. Okay, as simple as that. All right, now if I look at the deployment part, okay, I just go to deployment. In deployment, go to GCP. In GCP, first and foremost, you can find a Docker file being created here. Okay, this is the Docker file which is talking about the entire, all of the things. For example, it is talking about the 8000 endpoint, it is talking about the health check, all of them. Okay, this is, I have already kind of commented it in a very good stage. You can see the final production image, all of that. You can just read the comments, you can run it. I have defined the Docker ignore, and I've also defined deploy.sh file, which helps us finally deploy. This is basically deploy.sh is your deployment script, which is going to make it deployable on the GCP. Okay, now once all of this is done, what are you going to do? Okay, just copy paste these things. Make sure that deploy.sh is a part of GCP folder. Okay, now finally you come to terminal. Okay, in terminal, just run these commands one after the other. Okay, first and foremost, what you do is, you can see here, just look at the cloud projects list. Just run this command, just make sure that it is enabled. Then just check if all the services are there or not. Okay, then just run this command, okay, which is enable required APIs, just to check if, what this will do. This is going to activate all the GCP services that are required. Okay, these are the I think these are just the commands I think that we have already run. Okay, which is fine. After this, what you can actually do is you can start with this command. Okay, once this is done, let me just do one thing. You start with this command, which is secret manager command. Okay, once you are here, okay, now here what you can do is, you can just take this, okay, and then in place of your secret value, just pass the API key. Just take this command, which is part 6. Take this command, okay, and just run this here. Okay, at the terminal level, just replace this your secret value with your API key, your open API key, and run it. Okay, okay, once that is done, okay, you can just kind of run this as well. Okay, then this is going to list all your secrets. This command, it is just going to see that, whatever secrets that have been locked, which is API key, it is just going to show you. For example, let me just run this here once. Okay, if I just run it here, you can see it is just going to say that which are the secrets that my clinical trial DB contains. It contains my database password as the OpenAI API key. Fantastic. After that, you just run these commands one by one. Okay, for example, let's say if I'm going to run this is what IAM command, which is my identity access management. What does this do? It creates an identity for the Cloud Run to use. Now Cloud Run is typically used to run your entire code. Okay, if you see here, this is what makes your, it's a Cloud Run service. Okay, now if you just come here on GCP, you can see this is Cloud Run. Okay, in Cloud Run, you have to come to services, and once you run your Docker command, you will see that container being listed here. Okay, so first and foremost, run this command, which is going to grant you the SQL cloud access. Then run this command, which is going to grant you the cloud storage access. After that, run this command, which is going to grant you the manager access. Okay, once you have done this, just go and run this first command, which is what we're going to do is, we're going to build the entire Docker image. Just run this command. Okay, if I have to show you, what does command do? This is going to build your entire Docker production image. If I have to show you, you can see here, right? Where is this command? Let me show you. Yeah, you can see this is where I'm running this command. Yeah, can you see here? Yeah, this command I am running here. Okay, once I run this command, you can see my entire production image is getting created. Okay, my entire product, I'll be coming till here. Okay, I'll be coming till here. Once this is done, you go to you go to Google Cloud Platform. In Google Cloud Platform, go to Cloud Run. In Cloud Run, go to Services, and in Services, you can see your container here. Okay, you can see Mosaic API, deployment type, container. Just click on your container. Fantastic. Now this is your container in action. You can see here as of now, there is some movement on 7th of July. Okay, now once you are done with that, just run this particular command, okay, which is the final deployment command, which is this command, guys. I'm just showing it to you, this command. Okay, all right, you need to run this command. Okay, you can just put it on Claude. Okay, these are just different commands, and each of them have their own understanding. Okay, we can see here we are defining the image data, what is the platform it is managed, we are defining the region, we are defining the service. Okay, we're defining the Cloud SQL information. We're going to set secrets to Open API. Now all of this is all, again, most of the times your DevOps guys will be taking care of this, but in case if you want to deploy this, this is the deployment script. Just run this deployment script. Can you see here? This is the deployment script, this one. I am deploying it here. You can see here. Let me show it to you. Yeah, you can see gcloud run deploy. So gcloud run deploy script you need to run. Once you run this script, okay, finally you can see, now it will take around 3 to 5 minutes to run. Finally it will show deployment done, creating revision, routing traffic, setting up IAM policy done, which means fantastic. Now this shows that your product, now your pipeline has been deployed on GCP, and this is the service URL. Okay, this is your service URL, which is, this is your production application. Okay, this is your production URL. Okay, which you can kind of test, and that is for the later purposes. Okay, this is basically your production URL. That is a different part altogether. That is for your DevOps team and all guys to take into consideration. Okay, and after that, okay, after that you can just run this command that I have given here. Now this is the full deployment command what we ran here. Okay, and as I said, where is that URL? This URL is your final production URL, live production URL, if I may say so. Okay, now opening this directly in the browser is going to give you 403 error, and this is expected. Okay, that is absolutely expected, that is going to happen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check if the deployment is on or not. As to once we have deployed, just do one thing. Okay, just take a very simple script. I think I have already given that script somewhere here. Okay, yeah, just run this script. Okay, this is a Linux script. Now in this Linux script, you can see we're already making a call to the API, and here we're asking the task, find the completed clinical trials where the results were never posted. Copy it, paste it, hit enter. Okay, and wait. Okay, wait for it to give the result. Yeah, so finally, what is the question that we are asking? Again, you can see we are testing this on production now. We are saying find the completed clinical trials where the result was never posted. Fantastic, guys. Here now you can see we are able to get the data. Okay, broken promises agent duration is whatever. Yeah, we are going to get the task, basis that we're going to get the brief. You can see analysis complete, no significant research integrity signals were detected, which is fine. Whatever data we're going to get, which is totally fine. Now you can see earlier we are getting 14.7 and now we're getting 12.31, right? Which is obviously, it might have cached some data here and there. Okay. Now let us try to yeah, so I think that is it. And see, whenever you run this, whenever you get some output, you can just go to when you go to services, in services you go to your container, then in container go to logs, and in logs you can just see your entire application in production. Okay, so you can see on 7th of July 2026 at 10:16 there was some movement. You can see this API call was made, Yeah, and if I just click here, let me just click here, and you can see it was at 200. Okay, which means the response was generated. Okay, all of this you can see it here. Okay, this is just a log which just helps you understand if your application is live on production. Now if you see here, there were some errors that were spotted when it was live on production, so you can actually go and check what was, you can actually investigate what was the error about. So you can see whatever rate limit reached, etc, etc. Okay, fantastic guys. So this is nothing but now your project is absolutely live on production. Okay, and you can just do Linux testing. Right now we can see that all your agents are working completely fine. Maybe we can just try with one more we can just try with one more command. Okay, so let's say I'm going to paste that command here. Okay, so you can see again I'm keeping the entire thing as it is. I'm just saying that which sponsors in the database have the worst compliance records. Let me run it. Just change this task, that's all. But the rest of the things you're just going to copy paste as it is. Okay, and let us check. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so it is going to show now 9.5, and you can see again it is going to show you that it is a 200. Okay, which is I think which is great, which is fantastic. Okay, all right guys, so that just shows that your application is absolutely live on production. Now on top of this, if you want to make any changes, you can do all of that. Okay guys, so that was your project. I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, my job here was to just give you an introduction around how deployment works. Okay, and how to build a production level pipeline actually. Okay, cool. Thanks guys, that was it. Thanks so much.